This is a CNN News 18 mega exclusive that this is not a terror attack. Top intelligence sources say that total 4 people have been detained, all from different areas. They have grievances against the price rise and unemployment. But this is not a terror attack. Getting us this exclusive input is our investigative editor, Manoj Gupta. I'll cut across back to my colleague Anindya and Yash to get more details on this entire story. Yash, to you, you were telling us more details about what intelligence sources are indicating to us.
Well, absolutely, Anusha, and this is, we are confirming at CNN News 18 that this is not a terror attack. In fact, these 4 were from different areas, and in fact, they had grievances against the government when it comes to different issues, and that's why they were actually protesting outside and inside the parliament. In fact, Ananya, you were also mentioning that there was some sort of some information was actually shoddy, but now what we are confirming is that this is not a terror attack.
Well, definitely it is not a terror attack. It is what also the Delhi police had shared when it comes to the initial details that said that these 4 people belong to different places. And what is very, very important to note is that they breached the three-tier security system of the parliament. Because remember that the parliament is a 3-tier security zone where first Delhi police is deployed in the outside. Then there is another security system that is inside the main building, and another security when you enter near the visitors gallery. So how did this breach actually happen? Because there needs to be a proper pass that is made. That seems to be answered. The Delhi police is investigating into it, and the DCP New Delhi has very, very categorically confirmed to CNN News 18 that though 2 people have been identified, the 2 inside the parliament who had jumped from the visitor gallery 3 towards these MPs and was caught by R.K. Singh Patel are to be identified yet. What was their motive? What were their against what they were protesting, and why did they do so is something that is to be identified. But the 2 people had been brought here. They might also be, since they will now be arrested, they will also be taken to the court.
All right, stay with us on the broadcast, both of you. I'll come back to you and get more details. I believe there are voices and reactions. I believe the intruder spoke to the press. Let's listen in.
करते हैं, लाठी चार्ज करके हमको अंदर डाला जाता है, टॉर्चर किया जाता है, तो हमारे पास कोई माध्यम नहीं था।
कोई डायरेक्ट वजह है, कोई वजह है किसी संगठन से हैं आप?
नहीं, हम किसी संगठन से नहीं है, आम जनता है, स्टूडेंट है हम, क्योंकि हम बेरोजगार हैं। हमारे माता पिता इतना काम करते हैं, मजदूर, किसान, छोटे व्यापारी, दुकानदार, लेकिन किसी की बात नहीं सुनी जाती। ये हर जगह हमारी आवाज को दबाने की कोशिश करते हैं। ये तानाशाही नहीं चलेगी, तानाशाही बंद करो, तानाशाही बंद करो, तानाशाही नहीं चलेगी। भारत माता की जय।
Let me try and cut across to Arunima. She's with us on the broadcast to give us more details. Arunima, sorry I had to interrupt you earlier. You were pointing out to what is the security apparatus that exists, the kind of permissions that you need. We just played out that sound reaction of one of the intruders, and she was speaking about unemployment, price rise, Bharat Mata ki jai. There are also intelligence inputs that Manoj Gupta has reported and pointed out how this was not a terror attack. Prima facie, what does it seem like to you?
Yes, it looks like, after speaking to multiple people, it looks like that this group had some kind of a grievance with authorities. That grievance could have been at the local Thana level, police not listening to them. That grievance has one of those, people, Neelam, I think her name is, she mentioned about unemployment. None of them, and I think Harish is also, our colleague from Bengaluru, has managed to get us the information that the fathers of one of the youngsters who jumped inside has identified him. So they're not connected to any group, it seems. This was not a well-organized, well-planned kind of a conspiracy. They seems to be having some local level grievance for which they carried out this stunt. Publicity stunt to attract attention to whatever the grievance would be is what police is saying initially. But Speaker Om Birla on the floor of the House has said that a thorough inquiry will happen. There is a multi-agency probe that is being carried out. So Delhi Police, Parliament Security, Intelligence Bureau, the other agencies, they are all part of this probe that is being carried out, and they will try and ascertain the reason why this was done, whether the 4 have been connected in the last few days in any manner. How did they manage to smuggle in that spray? Outside, whatever happened may not be that much of a concern, but if you can smuggle in a chemical spray inside Lok Sabha Visitors Gallery, that is of massive concern, because it could be a biological weapon, it could have been a radioactive weapon, anything can be smuggled in this way, and that's a huge concern that the MPs have raised. Om Birla there assuring that steps will be taken. And as I'm speaking to you, let me just show you the security bandobast as it is being tightened. more and more barricades are being wheeled towards the Parliament building. The entire area around Parliament is being completely sanitized. The visitors who want to go in have been asked to wait out because as the house is on, I think security wants to take its own time and ascertain as to when to make it normal, when to make it business as usual for the visitors here. And these barricades are being taken towards the Transport Bhavan side where the outside attack happened.
All right, Arunima getting us all the details on that entire story. Those are the preliminary details that emerging.